these are some examples of long shadow effect that we are going to do in Canva that I believe is all made in Photoshop and Illustrator. So let's start and create our own version in Canva. So first, choose the dimension you want where you want to create the long shadow effect. For me, I want to use Instagram posts because I really love creating graphics for my Instagram. So this will be the result of the project that we are going to create. First, you have to decide on what color are you going to use with your project. For me, I am going to use peach because it is one of my primary brand color. I have found this color in Canva palette tool. In this project, I'm going to use the monocolor because I want to play between different shades of the same color. So let's go to our canvas. Now, we have to change the color of the background. So what we're gonna do is to go to our Canva palette tool, pick the lightest color, which is one here, go back to our canvas and change the color of the background like this one. Next is we have to insert text. Change the text into long shadow. Then we have to snap it until one line only. Alright, so now we're going to position it in the center and middle. So there are two ways on how to do it. First, you can drag it until it reaches the middle, or go to the position button and click center and middle. When it's already in the center, we have to change the color of the text. So that we're gonna go back to the Canva palette tool and get the color in the middle. After that, we're gonna copy the text, bring it to the bottom of the first text box and make sure that they were aligned. Change its color, so we're gonna go back to the Canva color palette tool. I'm gonna get this color, which is the darkest one, go back to our canvas and change the color of the text. Let's move this text box in the middle. Then position it behind. Without touching anything and anywhere in the canvas, move the text box 2 pixels to the right and 2 pixels down with your arrow key. I move it to the right because I want my shadow to go in the right direction. But if you want your shadow to on the left side, you can do it too. Next is copy it again, place it in the bottom and make sure that they were aligned. Now, move it upward until it is already aligned with the text box behind. Position it to the back and move it 2 pixels to the right and 2 pixels down. Now copy it again and repeat the process that we did a while ago. We're just gonna do this process just a couple of times. Then I'm gonna teach you a technique that will make it easier for us to do the long shadow. So next is I'm going to move this text above of the other text. Highlight all the text and copy it. Move it until you created a long shadow effect. Make sure that your alignment were not disturbing. Let's zoom in so we can see it closer. There. Highlight all all the text box again and copy it. Repeat the process that we have done earlier until you were already satisfied. I'm gonna zoom it out. Next is I'm gonna center the text, position it on the center and middle, and bring it to the front. I'm going to insert a rectangular shape. Snap it like this one. I'm going to bring it down here. Rotate it until it's somewhat aligned with the shadow that we created a while ago. Then bring that forward. Then I'm going to cover the imperfection that I have with my shadow effect. Rotate it until you are satisfied with what you see for your shadow. Now, I'm going to change the color of this into the color of the background. Now, I'm going to copy the shape. And let's bring to the front this text. Now, I'm going to move this shape here. And I'm gonna zoom it in so we can see the changes. I'm gonna reduce the length of this shape. There, so we can see that the imperfection shadow were now perfect, but we can see that there's still little imperfection on the letter. So what we're gonna do is snap it until we cannot see the shape overlap with the letter. Copy it so we can use it on the next part of the shadow that I have to cover. Copy it again before we can use it on the next part of the shadow. We're gonna do it until we already cover all the imperfection that we have on our shadow. So I'm gonna do it in the passing way. Zoom it out so we can see the result of what we did. I'm gonna go correct this part. Zoom it in again. Stretch this element. Zoom it out again. Then I'm gonna copy this shape. Move it here, then make it bigger until it covers the holes that we can see here below. Move it downward and change the color into the color of the shadow. Not this one. Right, this one. So this is the long shadow effect that we can create in Canva. Here is the other examples of long shadow effect that we can create in Canva.